As a matter of fact, I don't mind breaking down the numbers sharp. So when you buy into a franchise at that particular time, um, you pay franchise fees are in the form of management fees, royalties, and my initial investment um, was I was supposed to got $5,000 worth of business, but you had the opportunity to scale.
This episode is brought to you by ERC, Employee Retention Credit. They specialize in getting money back for your business. Receive up to $26,000 per employee. It only takes 10 minutes to see if you qualify. Go to my website at lopezlasane.com, and on the top of my website, click the tab that says Get Money Back, or click the link in the bio. So don't wait on this. And the best part about this, it's absolutely free. No fees up front. You have nothing to lose. So go to my website or click the link in the bio and get started today. I'm basic.
Okay.
So you from Atlanta, born and raised, right?
Yeah, man, I'm an official graded baby, born and raised in Atlanta, man, Atlanta, GA. I'm not a transplant. I'm a home plant,
Yeah.
if you can say
Yeah.
that.
I mean, look, you picked one of the most competitive uh line of work ever. And let me tell you how I know it was competitive when it comes to cleaning, because when I used to drive, when I used to get, when I lived in Atlanta, like a year ago, I was down there for 11 years. And every time I got in the car and drove, I saw a cleaning service,
Right,
a car or a van.
right.
So what made you want to go into that business?
Well, growing up, my dad and my grandmother and just everybody around me used to make sure that I stayed clean. And when certain tasks used to come up, they used to ask me to do it, and I would do it in a way where they could say, "Oh, okay, this is clean." And then also, the colloquialism, cleanliness next to godliness. You see what I'm saying? And I always just felt that. Um, so one day when I moved out, of my on my own, me and my kid's mom, we were staying together, and I had done cleaned up the house, and her stepsister, she came by and she was like, "Man, you super clean. Let me tell you about an opportunity." And she brought to my attention this company called Jan Pro. She brought this to my attention, this company called Jan Pro. This was back in 2008, and I researched the company, and it was a small startup cost, a small investment to get started with a franchise. It's actually a franchise, and truth be told, I had filed my taxes, and I used the tax money to invest into that company. At that particular time, me and her were supposed to be business partners because her biological sister and her husband, they had a franchise and they was making like over 100,000 a year. So that had intrigued me. I had never. I always wanted to be a boss, but I couldn't fathom even at that time making 100,000 as a young black man coming from where I came from. So I took the initial investment, and I filed my taxes and my tax refund. I invested into the Jan Pro franchise. Me and I put all the money up. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Me and her were supposed to be business partners, but eventually we just didn't see things eye to eye on a lot of business, and we end up dissolving our partnership. And then I came back in 2010, started an LLC, and just took off from there and been doing it ever since.
So when it comes to the franchise, you don't have to give numbers, you don't have to give numbers away, but how do they? What's the number? What's the franchise process? How do they break down the numbers? Do they take a certain percentage? You keep a certain percent. How did that go?
As a matter of fact, I don't mind breaking down the numbers sharp. So when you buy into a franchise at that particular time, you pay franchise fees in the form of management fees, royalties, and my initial investment was I was supposed to got $5,000 worth of business, but you had the opportunity to scale based on how you were able to manage what you did have. I was doing so well that that $5,000 eventually became $20,000 or more, and then it just skyrocketed. But one of the setbacks for some franchise owners, it just depends on who you are and what you like to do. They have an equation for, hey, if you make this amount, we have to charge you this amount because you went over the initial buy-in that you went into. And then on top of that, you have your basic franchise fees. Now, if you can manage all of that and do the equations properly, then you can see how to manage it. What the problem is when you try to get to scale and basically hire people, that's going to be the biggest deterrent from you starting a franchise versus getting out there on your own. You will see that you're paying so much franchise fees. I'll just give you an example. If you don't pay for that business outright for a contract within the first year, you'll be paying almost 51% of your profits to them, and you're keeping 49%. But that can get hectic when you have to buy supplies, all the other overhead charges like transportation, and one of the biggest, the labor costs. But after that first year, and that's your goal as a franchise owner with not just Jam Pro, Coverall, and others franchises, your goal is to get the contract to renew after that first year so that you can get some of those benefits back from those franchise fees. You'll get some of those things caught. Let me shout out a guy. He's on YouTube as well. A guy named AJ Simmons. AJ Simmons, he has the Cleaning Biz Network. He used to be a Jam Pro franchise owner. He was actually what you call a franchise owner of a year. I got an award here too from Jam Pro. If you don't mind, I'm gonna show you award. I got this award back in 2015 because I used to get great evaluations from my customers. You see what I'm saying? This from the Jam Pro. But so AJ Simmons, he says if you can start your own, but if you can't, it's a great learning experience. And to be fair to Jam Pro, I still have a great business relationship with these guys. So I'm not complaining, but if you can see the logo, this is the logo right here, Sutton Cleaning Solutions.
Yeah.
I just thought it was best to try to branch out as much as possible to get my own cleaning contracts to continue to build and keep some of that revenue to myself so that I can invest into other people, basically.
So you have fees for life, right? To the
life of the contract, yes. So let's say you're in a position to where you're going to have the fee regardless, but you can pay those, what you call upgrade fees. You can pay those upgrade fees initially, but you're still going to pay, and I don't mind saying this, you're going to pay a basic fee of 21%. That's going to be for royalties for using their name, management fees for using like salespeople, consultants. For instance, let's say I have a problem with a contract, I can use a consultant to talk to the contract for me basically like a liaison because I can't talk. I'm out cleaning. They can go talk for me. But it's really, it can sometimes, if you can't manage that process right, it can sometimes seem like you're working for them versus them working for you. Because that's what they sell you on. Hey, we're working for you. But sometimes it can, if the customer have a complaint, that's another thing. If a customer have too much of a complaint, they can transfer the contract from you. You see what I'm saying? They can find another franchise owner. That has happened to me rarely. Let me say that I rarely lost contracts due to service. I've sometimes lost contracts due to a company going out of business or a contract due to COVID, things of that nature. I lost some contracts due to COVID, but rarely have I lost contracts due to service, or either they're in a financial situation as the contract to where they can't pay anymore. So I have lost some contracts due to service, but let me say this. I do feel more independent. I just got to milk the contract today with the city of College Park. That's where I was at. I had to run over there to the city hall and stuff before they closed to get them official quote and things of that nature. But you do, like you said, to answer your question, you do have those fees. You're going to have some type of fee. But one good thing about them, let me say this. You can pay 2% of your profits to insure, and that's what they call it. They call it insurance with an A though, to ensure that you're going to get paid if the customer doesn't pay. So let's say a customer doesn't pay, as long as I'm paying 2% of my overall profits, I will still get paid for a particular contract, even if that contract didn't pay. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Because when I did have that insurance, one time a customer didn't pay and I got paid, I had to pay that money back. So it was like, man, bro, so it was long story short, as far as those fees, you have to have the capability to break down it's just like signing any contract. You got to understand what you're reading instead of, because that was one of the issues with me and the young lady when we first got involved into our partnership. All she heard was, you're going to make 100,000. She didn't break down. Bro, she didn't break down everything that came with the business.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me show you something like this, man. I just be in here doing, you see the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Man, I just be in the office just getting to work.
Exactly.
Man, bro. But yeah, man.
How do you get new contracts now?
Actually, I got this on the board now. I'm trying to get a contract retention and contract generation system down, but so far it's word of mouth. But let me say this: I had a guy last year who was doing some cold calling for me. Okay. And he was doing cold calling, and that's how I got a relationship with the city. He found a contract in the city of College Park. Our office is based here in the city of College Park. He found a contract in College Park. And then the lady who was the head of that department, she ended up getting a job in East Point. So now I have a contract with the city of East Point. But I still have the contract in College Park. And also, because I was doing service so well in some of these contracts, like restaurants and things of that nature, they would tell another restaurant about it and they would come in and I would do a walkthrough with them. So basically putting your feet on the pavement, going door to door, creating flyers. When Instagram, we still working on that website, but making flyers like this, going to, like you said, networking events. I went to a networking event last Friday, as a matter of fact, and I got a walkthrough coming up on Monday the 10th. it was a business workshop. Not workshop, but a business networking event in East Point. It was for East Point, College Park, and Hateville, and I met someone there, and I got to walk through like that. So basically, like I said, getting on the pavement, going door to door, doing word of mouth, and also trying to do some cold calling to get some lead generations. And in the future, I look to invest into a lead generation service. But honestly, if I could be honest with you, I'm just gonna put this out here. That young man that I had working in the office, that was one of the greatest times for the business because he was able to do that administrative stuff in the office, which included calling potential contracts. So my goal is to get someone in the office from 9 to 3 at a reasonable hourly rate so that they can continue to call contracts and do some of the administrative tasks that I can't do because to be able to scale, you got to have people. I think you say it all the time. You need people, bro. Oh my God.
No doubt about it. Yeah. So you focus on, well, first of all, is there a monopoly when it comes to these big companies with these contracts? Do you think so?
Nah, I don't. I think it's super competitive, especially well, let me say from where I sit in the city, in the metropolitan area, is not. But the old adage, the ABCs of sales, always be closing. Also, people gonna do business with people they like and people they know.
Yep.
And are you willing to put yourself out there to build those relationships? So I think if you think positively, the sky's the limit for what you have the ability to accomplish from a business perspective, whether that's the cleaning business or whatever business that you're into. So it's not necessarily a monopoly. And one thing I haven't took advantage of yet is getting certified as a minority business owner.
Oh, okay.
If I get certified as a minority business owner, I can go in and bid. Now it's cutthroat. Yeah. Business is cutthroat. You have frenemy relationships.
Yeah.
You see, because I could be building a relationship with a separate cleaning service, but I don't know if they're gonna come in and try to get my contract, if they're gonna try to lowball me. But overall, no. If you can put yourself out there and get the right type of certifications and stay consistent, the sky's the limit for the because everything needs to be clean, bro. Yeah. That's why you used to see so many. Everything, you got so many apartment clean outs. You have construction cleans. You have some people who want something once a week. You have medical cleaning. You have office cleaning, restaurant cleaning.
What do you focus on at this time? Is it apartments or commercial buildings or what?
For the most part, it's commercial buildings for me at this point. And if I have stuff like gyms. I have a variety of stuff. My portfolio, it varies. I would say 33, 33, 33. I got 33% of gyms, 33% of restaurants, and 33% of like office type buildings. And the best ones are the office buildings because they the easiest. So
I think so.
The gyms are kind of easy too. Let me say that because they're relatively clean already. You just have to be detailed in there because you know how people are when they come. They're like, oh my God, what is this? You see what I'm saying? But I can't complain. It's a tough job. But let me say this. Our vision is that we believe people cultivate greatness in clean environments.
Yeah. And
we want to bring those clean environments in an efficient, diligent, cost-effective way. And there's certain cleaning solutions. Our motto is we get dirty to keep you clean. So I don't mind going in and getting my hand dirty. And the people who are with me, they can't mind getting their hands dirty. I'm going to a construction cleanup after we do this. I got a construction clean to do. So,
Hey, let me ask you a question. Are you tired of struggling online, not getting the results you want? Maybe you just need some help. If that's the case, go to kingofcashflowwebsites.com/secrets. And the best part about it, you can learn from the best of the best. You can learn from some of the best marketers in the world. Plus, it's absolutely free. It's absolutely free. So don't wait on this. Go to kingofcashflowwebsites.com/secrets. Back to our red schedule program.
and I don't mind wearing different hats. I had to go do some administrative work today, run over there to the city hall, and now as soon as this, I'm gonna put on my gear and go hit this construction cleanup too. So, let me say this too: when you got people working for you, they want to get paid. They don't care about what's going on in your personal life and this, that, and the third. That's one thing I learned. So I can kind of sympathize with some of the larger companies with the way that they do business. You look at these people like they monsters, but if they didn't create their business, you might not have a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So I remember when I was looking at I think Love and Hip Hop. This was like years ago, and there was a chick on there, Mimi.
Oh man,
she started a cleaning business.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And she it seems like she will focus on houses.
Right. I haven't. Let me be honest with you, bro. I haven't did any houses. I've strictly been on the commercial end.
The house is hard, bro.
I wouldn't mind doing it. I'm gonna just have to have a team because people are picky about their house.
Yeah, exactly.
They even more picky because when you're dealing in a commercial property, you have so many moving parts. You got staff, then you got management staff, you got delivery companies. When you're dealing with somebody's house, it's usually just them or their family members, so they extremely picky. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
so when it comes, I would think that ours would be kind of crazy because you have to be. A lot of these buildings is usually when no one's there,
right?
And the apartments could be daytime when it's empty. Or, somebody just moved out. So how do you manage the crazy time?
I manage it by not managing it, bro.
All right.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm on an energy drink right now. But I got my water too. To balance it. Let me say this, and I don't want to sound racist or misogynistic, but I can't let immigrants, women, and crackheads outwork me, bro.
I hear you, man.
I can't. I got 3 kids. As a matter of fact, my kids, let me show you this. My kids, they helped me create this logo, my boys. What I'm gonna tell them, Sharp? They out of town right now on spring break.
Oh, that's right.
They went to a water park with their mom. They on spring break. Before I got a linen company, I had created this company for my kids. It's called D&D Folding. They used to do the towels.
Okay.
This is my son's name, DeMarcus Sutton. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just showing them how to. It's okay to have a job.
You trying to be good. You trying to show a good example. That's all.
Right. They don't have to have a job. It's okay to have a job, but you can create your own thing. But you got to be invested. But to go back to your original question, I manage it by not managing it. I just got to do what I got to do. Like now, the contract that I got today, They called me at around 2 o'clock, sent me an email. I had to create a quote, get it over there before 5 o'clock. I was at home, but I came over here to the office, did what I had to do from an administrative standpoint, got over there, sealed the deal. The contract started tomorrow.
So when you get these contracts, let's say you do a walkthrough.
Correct.
And after the walkthrough, I mean, y'all, the person that usually making the decision, you usually go through pretty fast, or it takes a couple of days, or
it varies.
Varies.
This one contract, the one I just got in East Point, that took like 3 months.
Oh damn!
This contract that I got today, it took 3 hours. I'm gonna say it again, Sharp. The one for East Point, it took 3 months.
3 months.
This one today took 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it just varied, bro. It just varied on what, and then it really varies on the need of that particular contract, how fast they want to push it through. You see what I'm saying? Red tape and it just be, it just.
So, if you could go back, would you recommend someone start from scratch or buy a franchise?
If you understand the dynamics of business overall, sales, you understand how to get the proper insurances and things of that nature, and if you're confident, go by yourself. If you need a little training and things of that nature, get a franchise. Because you don't have to be locked in for life. You have the ability to sell your franchise if you want to. Nobody's got a gun to your head making you do anything. And I don't want to straddle the fence or be a fence rider. I'm just being honest with you, bro. That's a 2-part answer. If you're not that knowledgeable, get a franchise, understand how things work, and learn the business. If you coming in, you done did your research and you kind of know, and you willing to make that trial and error and fail your way to success, go out there on your own, because it can be, I don't know if scary the right word, but it can be, man, I need a job. So them contracts don't come in, you like, man, I need a job because the light bill company, they not gonna insert. Hey man, I haven't got a contract in months. Can y'all keep my lights on? Yeah. Oh, and then if you got kids, they not gonna give it down. They trying to open the refrigerator and get something to drink and eat. They like, man, you better get this shit together. So yeah, I would say that, bro.
So last question. Now tell people what I told you during the pandemic. I don't remember what I said, but I remember you came back and said, hey, I did what you said and this happened. I don't remember exactly what I said.
Sharp, I can't say word for word what you said, but I do remember this. You said, keep going, bro. Stay aggressive. And you said, I'm going to tell you this. Whatever you got going on, you going to increase that, if not double it. And if for damn sure, it did happen. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm not nowhere where I want to be, bro. But we did our first $100,000 year last year.
Yeah.
We made, as a company, we made at least $116,000. I was able to pay my son $6,000. He only 16, bro. He only 16. He never worked at a regular job or nothing. I'm not putting down a job, but he didn't work a regular job. He was able to work in the family business. When he come back from spring break, he gonna help me with this contract I got today. So to go back to your initial question, bro, you was like, keep going, and you're gonna increase what you're doing now, if not double it. Watch what I tell you. And damn sure if it didn't happen, bro. I'm saying it's goddamn sharp. Hey, let me say this too, right while I'm right here. You one of the realest ones I ever know. I don't know about subscribers. I don't know about none of that. I don't know about view. What I do know is I don't watch a lot of these guys, and I consistently come back. See, I love when I catch you live, bro. You one of the realest of the real. You an unsung hero in my eyes. You see what I'm saying, bro? You just is, bro. You just is. And I don't know if you remember this. We were supposed to link up back in the day when you was in the city. Yeah. Cause I had tried, I'm nervous about sending money on the internet. I'm supposed to be getting the boss life secret, bro. I gotta get the book. I gotta be a man of my word. I gotta get it, bro. Hey, y'all see it in the background back there. Boss life secrets for your man Shark Game, man. Boss life secret for your man Shark Game. Tune in to the channel. Love can't wait. YouTube, catch them live. He give you some of the best game you ever got in your life, man.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about, man. Having your kids should have, you and your kids should have options. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be tied to a job or feel like stuck or anything like that, Right. And during the pandemic, when people were scared and nervous, and I don't know what we're gonna do and all that, I said, yo, this is the time that you should go hard. Whatever you're doing, and if it's working, do more of it and keep pushing. And by the time this pandemic is over, because we didn't know how long it was gonna last, but whenever it's over, you're gonna benefit. And you're gonna be in a much better position than you are now, and you're gonna be ahead of everybody else. Everybody else gonna be trying to catch up. That was my philosophy at the time, and I did the same. I took my own advice and did the same thing. And the reason why I can give advice like that, because I've been in positions where I had no money. I didn't have gas money. I've been in a position like that. I didn't have rent money. So I've been in a position like that. That's why I can speak on it. And that's the difference between me and a lot of people online. A lot of people online are just talking theory. They don't have the experience because they haven't lived long enough. They haven't really been through anything. So that's why I can sit and listen to somebody when it comes to business or their relationships. And I can tell what works and what don't work. That ain't gonna work. That's how I can, give advice like that. So
and you can tell, and not to cut y'all short, but you can tell who flexing too.
Yeah.
You can tell who's selling you a dream. Because what I always tell people, hey man, that sounds good in theory, but does it work in practice?
Yeah.
Can you do that? It sounds good in theory, but can you do it in practice? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. It's a doggy dog out here, man. So you focus in Atlanta, right?
Yes, I would say the metro Atlanta. Yes. So some of the tri-state areas or the metropolitan areas like East Point, College Park, Atlanta, Marietta, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Because, like I said, it's 404 day. Atlanta is Atlanta, but everything Atlanta from the outside, when they, you can Google my address, it's going to come up Atlanta, but it's really College Park. So that's the difference. But to answer your question, the metro Atlanta, yes, I am pretty much focused in that area. But we travel. We willing to travel. That's what I want to grow too, bro. I would love to do the whole Southeast region, the United States, because Jam Pro is a worldwide company.
Mm-hmm.
ABM, they're the #1 cleaning service.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Why can't I grow mine as big as them?
Yeah, you can do it, bro. You can
Why
do
not?
it. So I'm going to put your email or your contact information.